Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another installment of PRL Presents The Road to Hollywood. With the competition heating up and the ever-nearing RLCS land upon us, PRL is checking in with your favorite pros on who will be competing in Rocket League's premier event. Our guest tonight joins us as a bannerman for his home country, a hope and a chance for a Dutch victory on American soil. You do know his slogan. Please welcome Mr. Vogan of the Flying Dutchman. How are you today, sir?
I'm good. What's up?
I'm doing very well myself. So I am a huge fan. I've actually had the pleasure of viewing quite a few of your games, and so I've been looking forward to this interview for just a little bit now. And for some of the newer fans of Rocket League who may not know you, but are just kind of getting into the esport, kind of seeing a little bit more about RLCS, maybe you could just tell us a little bit about your background with the community and a little bit about your team.
Okay, so I played the previous game, which was SARP. From around 2009 till 2011, and then I quit. I got bored of it, and so I came back to Rocket League on release date, and I had no intention of playing competitive. Basically because the competitive community in previous game was not that great. You had players you may know now, like Bashi, who would always rage quit on you whenever you were beating him. And so I really had no interest at all in playing competitive. I was just playing unranked in the first month. But quite quickly, I was starting to get recognized by a few people. And at one point, a player called O'Neill recognized me. And he basically said, I'm going to create a team. And that's all he said. So I thought about it for a while. And then I said, okay, I'm going to commit to this. And let's see where it takes me. So I messaged O'Neill back and said, okay, you were talking about that team. Let's create one.
Interesting. So in that case, O'Neill, did he bring together the members of the team? Kind of how did you guys form and slowly become the Flying Dutchman?
Well, that's a completely different team. That's just my intro to the Rocket League competitive scene.
Oh,
a lot of stuff happened from there. We were Team Shazoo, and then we got acquired by Noble Esports, and then O'Neill left at one point. And at one point, in March or February, I disbanded the team because I didn't think we had anywhere left to go. There was just no potential left. And at that point, there was around 1 month left till the registration for RLCS started. So in that 1 month, I tried a lot of stuff. I tried to talk to a lot of players, want to create a team, let's try this, let's try that, and it all failed. So it's now registration day. There's registration opened. We had no idea how long it would be open, and the rumor was that the qualifier 1 would start 2 weeks later, in the middle of April. And I had no team. I had no idea where I would pick up. So the next day, these 2 Dutch players asked me if I wanted to sub for them in Gfinity, and I just said yes. I had played with them on 2 days before that, and they were okay. So we just started playing in Gfinity, and we beat one very good European team called Kapow. We're like the 4th team in Europe at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And we got all the way to semis of the Gfinity tournament, which is a European tournament, on Saturdays at the time. And at that point we said, okay, I'm gonna join you guys. They were a team at that point, and from that point on we just played every single day basically, for 2 to 3 hours a day. And yeah, we just gave everything essentially.
Wow, that's quite a coincidence to kind of pick up on someone that quickly. That's a lot of pressure, having to build a team that close to the tournament. You guys are confident now, I imagine, in the chemistry between each player.
Well, we have a bit of a different approach to how we play as a team. We have a very rigid system in place, where we all have a bunch of rules we follow. These are all the same rules. We are basically all equal. And because of those rules, if everyone obeys them, if no one breaks any rules, then we're a really good team, but it can be a bit tricky to really play the right way, because basically if you play with anyone else in the community, they will play completely different than we do, so it always takes some getting used to.
You guys are definitely a very consistent team. That's something we always hear from analysts and casters when they're talking about the Dutchmen, for sure. You guys are going to be attending RLCS, the premier LAN event for Rocket League. Aside from the rigid rule set, I suppose, what are you guys doing to prepare?
We're just that's basically it. We took a break. We took a 1 week break, so to just basically let the rules go for a week. Just experiment on your own in solo ranked and that kind of stuff, and then we got back together and we just looked at, okay, what has changed? Is this better? And we moved on from there, and now we're slowly trying to fix our mistakes and get back to a play style that really works for us.
Well, so speaking of kind of what you're doing to prepare, it is finally time for the EU to match up against North American talent. RLCS is finally bringing together all of the superpowers here, you guys being one of them. So no more trash talk, it's the real thing now. So as an EU team, you're representing other EU teams, if you will, but in addition to yourselves. Do you guys see North American playstyle differences, and is that a concern coming into the competition?
North America is mostly a lot slower than us, than the Europeans. They use a lot more comms, and because of that, they just take way longer to get to the ball, and they tend to overcommit because of it as well. And we're a counter team. We just counter attack all day against good teams, so that really fits us.
Interesting. Well, I guess we'll see if you guys are able to capitalize on that in the upcoming RLCS. It's going to be pretty exciting games here. Definitely looking forward to seeing you guys play. So just a little bit more on a personal note with you, Vogan. So your fans have coined the phrase, his slogan is Vogan. Is there a story to that? Did that just come out of nowhere? A little bit of background there, maybe?
Okay, so back when I was in Noble Esports, a couple of weeks before that, we had gotten picked up by, we as Team Zhezhou had gotten picked up by Noble. And there were 2 or 3 weeks there where we didn't show anything. We had picked up a new player, Stocky, and nothing. It seemed to the viewers that nothing was working. And we were trying really hard, but we were just finishing like 6th places in qualifiers, and we weren't qualifying for the big Rocket Royale tournament every Sunday. And then one Sunday, we managed to just about qualify for Rocket Royale. And then we came into that tournament, and we suddenly came 2nd. And that was just such an underdog story that that the whole chat went crazy. And there was one user called Nottingham, who at one point coined a bunch of those phrases, including his slogan is Vogan, Stocky too hotty, Skyline best line. And yeah, that's where it came from.
You guys definitely make a very exciting Twitch chat, not only with your gameplay, but with your fantastic consistency throughout each game. So it's great to watch the Flying Dutchman play. We're looking forward to seeing you guys play in RLCS. And Vogan, you're certainly an excellent player, and we're looking forward to seeing your future as well. So for some of those who may not be familiar with the Rocket League community necessarily, where can they find you? And do you have anything you'd like to maybe promote while you're here?
You can find me at Vogan RL on Twitter. And, well, you should all follow TFD_RL on Twitter as well, because that's the team account for the Flying Dutchman.
Excellent. Well, guys, don't forget to head over to Twitter, check those guys out, and of course, don't miss them coming up on the RLCS LAN next weekend. Once again, this has been the slogan, the Vogan, Mr. Vogan here with the Flying Dutchman. Thank you so much for joining us today, sir.
No problem.
Have a great day.